Hopefully this video won't be super long. It shouldn't be. I'm also recording this late at night. It's like 12:30 right now. I'm going to sleep as soon as I get done recording this. And it'll be out at 8 a.m. in the morning. Then y'all can see I'm tired from this video already. But Jeff Cobb has signed with WWE officially, and he made his debut at Backlash. And I think he's already set up for failure. I'm going to give it some time to wait it out and see. But my initial reaction is that this is a setup for failure. In New Japan, he was a one-time never openweight champion. He won the New Japan World Television Championship. He made a few appearances on AEW TV, and he's won a few championships and Ring of Honor over the course of his career. He's been wrestling from 2017 to 2025 this year, and all those 8 years have been in New Japan. Well, those last 8 years, he was with New Japan the last 8 years. I'm pretty sure he did some stuff before that. As far as I know about Jeff Cobb, I know about him from his New Japan stuff. He was in Lucha Underground for a minute, but I mainly know of him from his stuff in New Japan. That's really where I know him from, with him being having tag team matches, having some good having some good singles matches. He had a match against Hikaru Goto, if I'm not mistaken. Wrestled Will Ospreay before. He's had some good matches. He's worked with some high quality guys, with some high caliber opponents. So Jeff Cobb is a good wrestler. I have seen some of his matches. I wouldn't say I'm a fan. I wouldn't say I'm a huge fan of Jeff Cobb, but I definitely have some knowledge of him and what he can do. As far as promos can go, I don't know much about his promo work, because I just started watching him like last year, 2 years ago, seeing him through the AEW New Japan partnership. So I've seen his stuff. He has some good work. Like I said, promos, don't know much about that. But as far as in-ring work goes, he's really good. He can be a dominant force. But I think him getting inserted into this bloodline story, I think he's only in this because Bronson Reed is hurt. I think that when Bronson Reed, if he was still there, they would have continued the story with him in the bloodline. Because I think it made sense to continue that. Because it looked like he fit. Even though he's not related to him, it just looked like he fit. And even if he kept feuding with Seth Rollins, that finally ended, I could have seen them circling back to that and then continuing something with Bronson Reed. Now you bring in Jeff Cobb and you insert him into the bloodline story with Solo and Jacob. And you know they're finna turn Jacob into a babyface soon. So using Jeff Cobb to help Solo get more over as a heel, which I think is a bad spot for him to be in. Because Jeff Cobb, I think he will be wrestling consistently, but he should be on his own right now. He doesn't need to be stuck into some group. He's been in plenty of groups and tag teams in Japan, and really in wrestling overall in his career. But I think this is he was with United Empire in Japan, so. And he has history against Tongaloa, so. I don't know. I feel like this is a setup for failure. I think it's a good signing, but I feel like it's not something to be super hyped about. Like, he's a good wrestler, but that's really it. Like I haven't seen many segments, but it's not really. And when I do see segments, I'm not really impressed. It's not terrible either, but it just doesn't move the needle. Which not every wrestler will be that. But I think he's just a good in-ring worker and really doesn't add anything else. Like, they try to make a big deal out of it. Like, he's going to be an enforcer, I guess. But I feel like he could do more than that. Like, you could have him in the mid-card scene. If you really want to help, you could do him versus Jacob 5-2 in a match. Like, I could see that being a possibility. That'd be a great match for them. I'm trying my hardest to stay awake right now. But Jeff Cobb, he's a good wrestler, but I don't think he really adds anything else aside from just good wrestling. And there's nothing wrong with that. Some guys who need to just be good wrestlers, and he is that. He provides that. So I'm hoping for a good run, but I think inserting him into the bloodline story is a bad idea, because this should just be focused around the bloodline, people in the bloodline who are Samoans or Tongans, apparently. Those 2 different islands, apparently, according to Kate Quick. But yeah, he's Filipino, so he's not even Samoan or Tongan. So I don't even get how that works. So yeah, I think inserting him into the story is a bad idea, but the signing itself is good. It adds another body to your mid-card scene, where SmackDown is lacking. Because even if you do split him from Solo at some point, you can have him have a match with Solo, have him go against Fatu. If Brunson Reed was still there, that not Brunson Reed, but Braun Strowman, if he was still there, that would have been a good match. Unfortunately, he was released not too long ago. He could put on a banger with Sheamus if he eventually crosses over to Raw at some point in his career. Don't know how long his contract is, but he's gonna give you some good wrestling matches. He's gonna have some high in-ring. He got a good in-ring work rate, so you can expect that out of Jeff Cobb consistently. But as far as storytelling and promos, I wouldn't expect anything much. And then I think that's that'll probably come over time with him being in WWE. But as far as promos and storytelling go, I don't think it's really gonna move the needle as much as a lot of other wrestlers would. Now but yeah, it's a good signing. I just think they brought him in at the wrong. They brought him into the wrong story, and he's also 42 years old, and he's already hit his peak. I think his peak was his time in New Japan, the 8 years he spent in New Japan, winning the Never Openweight Championship and becoming a 3-time IWGP Tag Team Champion. I think his stuff in New Japan from 2017 to now, I think that was his peak. He did debut in 2009, so which is a later start than most wrestlers, because most wrestlers started younger than that. The ones that are in their 40s, they started before '09. But good signing. I just think this is the wrong story to insert him into. I feel like he could just be a mid-carder. You could have him go against Aleister Black, then you could start something with them. Like, you don't know who's gonna win that. You can make that a #1 contenders match. Put him in a tournament, battle royal, to get opportunities and stuff like that. And he don't got to win immediately. You can tell other stories with other people. And then I guess he's coming in as a heel too, which he was in New Japan. So that's good that they're keeping him a heel. We don't got to change or nothing. But yeah, I wish they would have did something a lot different with him. Like, the signing is good. I do like this signing, but I don't know if inserting him into the Bloodline story is going to work. Because he doesn't even have any connection with them. We've seen no in-ring stuff, no promo stuff. Like, I know people are going to try to compare it to, well, Sami Zayn was in the OG Bloodline. But they had segments leading up to that. He didn't just ask, could he be in the Bloodline, and it immediately happened. They had segments leading up to him eventually becoming the honorary Uso. And I feel like they could have had this with Jeff Cobb, but instead he's just a member now, I guess. So we'll see on Friday where he stands, what his purpose is. But good signing, just the wrong story to insert him into to start his WWE career. Because I think now you're overcrowding that story, really, because it should just be between Solo and Jacob and maybe the Tongans if they're healthy. Maybe they can have some input in what happens. But leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment your thoughts. Do you think Jeff Cobb going to WWE is a good signing or not?